Okay, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Today I would like to talk about characteristics of open educational resources. As you can see on the screen, we highlighted the main characteristics of open educational resources. First of all, I would like to highlight accessibility. Open educational resources are very easy to access. It's really easy to access a wide range of learning materials, and those study materials can be easily accessed through different technologies, like, for example, a tablet, mobile phone, computer. Also, we have a huge, wide choice of resources which we can access at each time. Also, for the access, we need a password. Sometimes we have to pay a small fee for accessing the resources, but at the same time, we can find online many educational resources for free. Another characteristic would be reusable. Many resources can be republished, they can be modified, also they can be used for commercial use. For example, myself as a student, I'm using some of the resources for my day-to-day work. It helps to do basically my job better using some of the resources. Openness. Open educational resources, they give like a freedom to improve a program and to release their own improvements to the public, so the whole community benefits from that. Also, they can be easily adapted for their own need and purposes. In other ways, they're open because they can be easily used for teaching, studying. Also, there is no participation limit. And for example, people who have disabilities or people who can't basically access standards like studying resources, they can easily access them. Freedom. Open educational resources gives a lot of freedom. First of all, freedom to remix, for example, a few resources. So people can simply remix two resources and combine them to create a new resource. It's very easy for people, for example, to revise before exams, because people can do that on the way to work, at work, wherever they like to do it, and they can choose the time and location. Also, those resources can be run for any purposes, not only educational purposes. As I mentioned before, it can be used, for example, for work purposes or for personal needs. As I mentioned before, we can be distributed copies, so we can help, and Lucas mentioned neighbors, not only neighbors, we can help our colleagues, friends, and family members, or just other people, and learn from each other. Studying online using open educational resources, very often we collaborate with other students, and we learn how to collaborate online, and we basically learn from each other. And someone added, I didn't see that actually, the language barrier, most courses in English. Well, yes, most courses are in English, but I would like to say that nowadays technologies, they do let us to basically translate from English to Lithuanian language or any other languages. So again, even if we have a language barrier, using nowadays technologies, we can easily translate and use those resources for our purposes. Even if you don't speak Chinese, we can translate from Chinese into Lithuanian language. And the last one is resource. No need to go to class. Don't need the time and money to travel. Teacher is a computer and source is trust. Yes, as I mentioned before, we can study wherever we like. We can choose location. We can choose time. Teacher is not only computer. Teacher can be laptop or tablet. And yes, definitely, it saves time and money to travel. We don't have to travel to university or other learning institutions. Like, for example, today I was learning on my lunch time at work. Thank you very much. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. I will switch off recording now, and then we will discuss the mind map of the record.